Dear friends, it's my great pleasure to be here and to give a short speech actually. I prepare myself, but I will not take much time because I have only 5 minutes probably. So we keep on saying like urbanization since the morning. And this urbanization, what is this urbanization means actually? We are experiencing the rapid growth of population in urban areas. As a result of this, we are facing a lot of problems like overcrowding in the city and traffic congestion, too much pollution and shortage of housing, high rent, poor urban living condition, low infrastructures, so many things actually. We have a lot of problems, unemployment problems. So we need to leverage a technology and to have a better life of the people. So we need to introduce a technology. So there are a lot of technology today. What type of technology we should use for these smart cities and for urban development? That's what we need to think about it. The future of smart cities will entirely depend on social media first, and second is mobility, M2M, machine to machine, and Internet of Things, and big data, cloud computing, and LoRa network. These devices, smart devices actually, is going to play important roles for this urban development. Like a smart city would be a city which have core infrastructure elements like adequate water supply. The technology cannot give water, but can be leveraged to monitor zonal water tank, quality of water systematic, distribution of water, water flow metering, and online bill payment. Here in Mizoram, we have already implemented this monitoring of zonal water tank, and also online billing payment, and assure electricity supply. We need to provide assure electricity supply. ICT or technology cannot give electricity, but can monitor 24/7 power station, downtime and uptime of electricity. We have implemented a small application, we have developed apps and for monitoring of downtime and uptime of electricity, and fault detection and online bill payment. And health facilities, and we need a smart health facility and education for all. And so many things actually, sanitation, solid waste management. ICT cannot carry garbage, but can monitor garbage bin and garbage truck to improve solid waste management. And sustainable environment. This sustainable urban development, when we talk about sustainable, financial sustainable and technical sustainable is also there. So we have to think both rationally. We have to take financial sustainable and technical technical sustainability. Because in the long run, whether my system is maybe one-time project, but how long it will serve for this. So we have to think about sustainability in the long run. That is most important. And those technologies I will just highlight. I will not talk about much about e-governance because in e-governance, Mizoram state government is actually is far ahead of Northeastern state, we can say. And we have more than 100 applications to leverage in the smart city. And recently also we have got a national award last month from DAPRG have given us a national award in disaster management system. And in 2016 also we have got a Scots National Award in 3 projects. That also there. So I will not highlight much about those e-governance, but I will highlight some of important technology what I have described earlier. Like a big data, we talked about, one of the speakers also highlighted big data. In the age of a big data, political leaders and authorities have to be data-driven actually. They should have the courage to ignore their intuition and do what data says. This requires a change in mindset and effective training to make data-driven decisions. Example use cases is solving traffic problems in cities, targeting healthcare delivery, and efficient supply chain management, preventive step for environmental protections. And IoT, Internet of Things, is connecting everything. So IoT is one of the most important devices today for smart city. Like using IoT, we can have a smart parking, intelligent transport system, smart urban lighting, waste management, and smart city maintenance, telecare, citizen safety, smart grid, and smart energy, smart water metering management system. Those things also we can have. We can build our own. And cloud computing. Like owning and maintaining hardware by government agency is often a problem in the long run. Like we have set up a very good and beautiful two-tier state data center, which is not a cloud enabled. But those actually for maintenance and operational maintenance, we are spending huge amount of money. Now there is a paradigm shift from this state data center to the cloud computing from the private firm. Like Telangana state is one of the states who started exploring those advantages over cloud computing. And cloud computing is services can deploy easily in a matter of a minute. So everything, and also it is easy to replicate and take a backup of our data. And lastly, LoRa network. When you don't have internet connection, at least your LoRa can work, still work. LoRa actually this is a network, provide a long range and low power communication network between our IoT devices. And LoRa gateway, you have a LoRa gateway. That LoRa gateway can connect IoT devices, 5,000 devices and nodes. Example use cases deploy thousands of sensor nodes in a wildlife reserve to detect and warn forest fire, and deploy weather sensing nodes throughout the state for weather forecasting. Here in our disaster management application software, we also tested with this kind of devices, and now we can come to know weather forecasting and as well as air quality of zone. So we monitor using this LoRa and the Internet of Things. The last but not the least, this is the local, I would like to say. This is very important actually. The government, this digital local is Government of India cloud-based platform. We can leverage for issuance and verification of documents and certificate like driving license, LPG card, and Aadhaar, PAN card, birth certificate, driver certificate, and school mark sheet and certificate, and all other kind of certificate. We need to integrate with digital local, so that thus eliminating the use of physical documents. Like in your schools, you have mark sheets or certificate. So they give you a physically, but you lost somewhere else. But it's very difficult to get another certificate. You have to go to another school. So instead of that, you can have your own digital local. And in your digital local, all your certificate will be kept safely in the Government of India cloud. I have many things to say, so I don't have time now. Time is overrun. So thank you very much.